Morning, an Oklahoma County grand jury filed a report Thursday criticizing the actions of Pardon and Parole Board members, Governor Kevin Stitt, and Oklahoma legislature. 2 News Oklahoma obtained this 65-page report from nondoc.com, and Caitlin Rivas joining us now to break it all down.
Corey, good morning. The report points to numerous problems the grand jury says relating to the Pardon and Parole Board's functions, administrative rules, and policies. The grand jury met 17 times and issued 65 subpoenas for testimony and records. It heard from witnesses, including former and current board members, former and current executive directors, as well as legal counsel for the board. Its findings state the board lacks transparency, objectivity, and that for several years, procedures designed as safeguards were ignored in order to speed up the commutation process and to increase the number of commutations that were being heard and recommended, in turn having a, quote, huge impact on public safety. The report singles out the commutation case of Lawrence Paul Anderson. He's a man alleged to have murdered 3 people after his release in January of 2021. Leading up to that, Anderson had been sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2017 for a probation violation in a drug case. Anderson applied for commutation on January 17th of 2019. At that time, he was denied. Board rules state that an inmate must wait 3 years after denial to reapply. However, Anderson did just that on August 8th of the same year, only 7 months later. Anderson was redocketed and eventually recommended for commutation. In the report, the grand jury states these 3 deaths could have been avoided, and had the board rules and the applicable law been followed. The report goes on to say the grand jury is unable to find anything in the public records from testimony that describes some change in Anderson's circumstances over those 7 months. That would account for the change from an unfavorable to a favorable recommendation. Testimony further revealed that at least one high-level member of the administrative staff knew about the error, but that the error was never brought to the attention of the board or the governor's office. The report adding that a tragedy may have been prevented. The grand jury also heard evidence about 4 other murders allegedly committed by inmates released in a commutation push. We'll continue to dig deeper into this report throughout the morning here on 2 News Oklahoma. Corey?